Curva Coaching, and I'm with Dave Thomas, who's Vice President of Adidas in Japan. And we've been with Adidas, I think, Dave, we signed our first contract in 1990. I mean, you were still at school, right? No, but,
just.
but here's the first question I want to ask you. Why do you think that the Adidas-Curva relationship has lasted so long?
You know, I've been around the Curva-Adidas relationship since my time in Australia, in Europe, in Hong Kong, and now in Japan for the last almost 6 years. And I think it's the shared values that we have. Adidas as a brand really wants to do everything it can to help athletes to be better. Whether that's creating the product, whether that's creating the services, the programs, and I think it's exactly the same for Curva Coaching. We both have an interest in making kids, giving kids the opportunity to get better, to focus on the fundamentals, to have fun, and to really love sport. And I think there's so much shared nature of our two businesses, our two brands, that I think there's a lot in common. I think that's been strong.
I tell you, when I first, when my Jimmy was working with you guys, but he said, he came on back and he said, well, look, Adidas about history, and so we got a history, 30 years. It's about being authentic. Now I hear this word a lot, and a lot of people are going to watch this. I know what it means for us. How would you define being authentic?
That's a great question. I mean, I think authentic is one of the key brand values that is one of the reasons I love working for Adidas. It means there's a truthfulness, there's an honesty to what we are. And that for grassroots is very important. We're not just about signing the best player in the world. I mean, I think Adidas has the best player in the world with Messi.
Yeah.
But that's not enough. I mean, we've had him for a long time. We had him, for a long time. And we want to sign the best players in the world when they're 7 years old, or when they're 10 years old, and we want to help them become the best players in the world. I think that's authentic.
Yeah.
I think it's easy to come in late with a lot of money and say, we want to be part of that. But I think what we've done is, and what we do together is build that up. And I think there's something authentic and genuine and honest about that.
And I think also the other thing, Tony, was about credibility, because like you guys, well, FIFA, UEFA, Champions League, forget about the competitors. So, I mean, everything's sewn up, all the best players, whatever brand they're with, they've got to play in these competitions. And I would think that in 30 years, when you look at the list of people we work with, whether they're with our brand, Adidas, or not, they've come to Curva because of the credibility of the program. And I think one of the things that leads me to say is, how important is it that we're in 34 countries, in that I regard all our guys, everyone who works in Curva is like you're a salesman for you, but they promote the brand. And we're there representing you. How valuable is that to Adidas?
I think it's very valuable. We often refer to the Adidas family, and it's more than the staff that work for us in the Adidas brand. It's our assets, it's our players, our partners, and it's very important that we have these brand ambassadors, these advocates for our brand, who share those values, and that's why it's such a good partnership. Because if the fit is right, there's a high trust level that the Curva coaches, the Curva way is going to help build on the Adidas brand, because it's a good fit.
The other thing I've heard from our colleagues in Germany was one of the reasons they kept with us was that undoubtedly the best product, in my opinion, the best product in the world. But product alone can't improve performance, in my opinion. It needs a method. And here you've got the best product with the best method with the best style. I mean, it seems to be like the perfect storm.
I think so. I think so. I think you're right. I mean, I think each can contribute something, but when you have it all together, the results are clear. And I think that it's an investment of time and an investment of people and an investment of resources to really help bring that along. I think it is a great combination.
Doug, I want to thank you. Really well, I'm going to thank you on behalf of all the Kerber family in 34 countries, but I also want to say that I might not see it, but I hope we're with us another 30 years. I think this has got longevity, and we are part of you, and I hope it's going to continue. But I want to thank you. Pleasure, thank you, buddy.
Pleasure, thank you.
Thanks,
Great, thank you.